Yeah. And on a more personal note, and I always ask people this, like kind of their philosophy behind Bitcoin and why they do certain things in this space. On a more personal note, what's your personal mission as an investor and entrepreneur? And what I mean by that is, 40 years from now when you're retired and you're kind of like sitting back, like, what do you want people to say how you aligned your work in the Bitcoin space?
Wow. That is an absolutely excellent question. Um, my idols, or should I say, a lot of my inspiration in this world comes from people like Brad Feld, Paul Graham, Naval Ravikant, to to some degree, I guess Jason Calacanis to some degree. But the people who really learned and started these things, Paul Graham, Brad Feld especially, they brought so much good to to the whole ecosystem of startups and early stage entrepreneurship. And what they've done is like just absolutely amazing. Forget about how their individual funds performed and their own track records and all of those other kind of things that a lot of people have, that's great and all. But they've really changed the game and done a lot of good for a lot of people, right? AngelList had something called the Stack product. It was like nearly free. You like incorporate your company. Some of it was crude as far as cap table management and other things, but like that was a major tool for founders, and they just ate a lot of costs on that, and just like that was such a good product, right? They don't have it anymore. But and like everything with Techstars, and even the free classes and education that you can learn from something like Techstars in the early stages, like they did a lot. And you look at people like in the music industry, like some of my inspiration idols there, someone um, like 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 in the Fillmore, you know, um, Bill Graham, like a concert promoter during that time, and you're working with the people that you really want to work with, and you're working with a very special group of people at a very special point in time in history. If you've ever looked at concert posters and things from, the 60s and the Fillmore in San Francisco, there's also a Fillmore East in New York City. I mean, Bill Graham was like the best concert promoter, right? So, and you catch that wave of what you're working with, what is there at the time, right? So we're catching a wave right now of what Bitcoin startups there are. And if this is going to go the way that we all think it's going to go with Bitcoin, there's going to be a lot of Bitcoin startup unicorns and decacorns and the whole shebang. Like it's going to be nuts. Are they here now? Are some of them amongst us? I don't know. We'll see. I hope so. That's what we're betting on. And I would really like to help as many founders and entrepreneurs and Bitcoin related companies that are doing good in this space. I would like to help as many of them as possible in whatever capacity we can. Because we're running a no revenue shop here at Lightning Ventures, okay? And like that's got to change, and we're growing in our own growing pains into getting that rolling, which is why Thunder Funder is going to be nice. It's because of that, at least. So, yeah, those are my mission, and to bring these opportunities that are otherwise inaccessible. It's very hard. It's very hard for the average person if they love Swan Bitcoin. If that is their favorite company, it is very hard for you to invest in that company. It takes work. It takes work to get the whole thing, okay? So if you wanted to invest in whatever that company is, right? Like maybe they're doing flying cars. Whatever they're doing, that world, it's hard to get into. And what you can get into is usually a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Okay, so to try and merge both of these in the Bitcoin land and have that's really what I'd love to do.